Now we are live. How are you doing
Well,
today, Geena?
I am doing so good. Just had a normal, pretty standard day. Not
course.
doing too much.
I really like the way that you carry yourself.
Thank you.
My pleasure. You carry yourself with confidence.
Yeah, that's something, that's one of my favorite things, like, about myself, if I can say that.
Really?
I'm just really, like, out there.
Where do you think that you get your confidence from?
That's a good question. I used to be really insecure.
Really?
Before high school, yes.
Okay.
Before high school, yes, I was very insecure, did not really like how I looked or like just the people that I surrounded myself with. And then it was like high school began and I met so many people and like, I don't know, just people like being around you and them being like super supportive gave me so much confidence with like just everything I did. And then through that, I just learned like how to like really just love myself and just appreciate myself.
Do you attribute that moment of your self-confidence changing to one thing, or is it collectively throughout high school?
Actually, yes, because in middle school, like I guess braces, I had braces, not cute. I also just did not look good.
Okay.
And then summer of 8th grade going into 9th grade, I got my braces off. And then I was like, oh, like I look okay, like better. And then in my freshman year, I didn't have an Instagram. Never had one before like that. Well, unless I did, don't find it, but I didn't have one. And then people at school were like, oh, like, who are you? Like, no one knew who I was. So I was like, wow, this is great. I can like reinvent myself, like make new friends. So when I got my Instagram, that's when my confidence like came, because it was like people at school being like, oh, like you're like pretty or like something like that. And then I was like, oh, like, and then people were like, let's take pictures. And I was like, these aren't going to go anywhere. I don't have anywhere. And then when I got my Instagram, a lot of people started to follow me that I didn't know, like people from different schools that I just never even, they didn't know I existed before that.
That's interesting, because most of the people that I know attribute a drop in their confidence because of Instagram. However, with you, it's different.
Yeah, very different.
That's weird. So I want to ask you about Instagram. So you don't have problems with deciding whether or not which pictures to post?
No. When I take pictures, like, I don't know, sometimes I'll take them by myself. A lot of the times I will be taking them by myself because other people don't want to take them. But I'll like take a whole bunch, like up to like 1,000 pictures sometimes, depending on what I'm doing or like where I am. But then I'll just take all the pictures, go through them all, see which ones I like. And then like, obviously if I take 1,000, I'm going to like at least like 20.
Do you just do that by yourself? You don't let anyone help you do that?
Not really. See, I'll like go through them and be like, okay, these are the 20 I like. I'll send like 15 to like 5 of my friends and like my sister. And I'll just be like, pick which ones you like. And then obviously they have like different tastes. So like some of them are different, but then I'll just be like, okay, I like that one too. And of course you like that. So that's the one I'm going to like choose probably to post.
That's interesting. I would love to be able to do that, but I haven't posted a single picture on Instagram in 2 years just because I don't personally find, I'm using Instagram now more of a way as like an outlook for people to try and find out what this is, creating clips and whatnot of what people are saying. But I do wish that I would post more pictures, because I feel that I have a lot of fun things that I might be doing that I just don't post on. And do you decide how, like, where do you decide what pictures, like where you're going to take a picture?
Okay, so usually like my pictures are just like myself. Like I don't post like my friends and stuff. And it's not like because I'm like, ugh, like I only want to post myself, but like my friends don't really want to take pictures all the time with me, or like we're taking them of each other. But I usually post if I get clothes, which happens a lot. I buy new clothes and I'm like, oh, like this outfit's so fire. So then I'm like, okay, I'll go somewhere like pretty like plain if I like my outfit like a lot. Like I'll just go to like, a lot of my pictures are just like on like white walls or like a cute house somewhere just in Dover that's like nice.
So you really think out the background too when you take a picture.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Or like if the background's pretty, then I'll have my outfit be more plain.
That's so interesting that you put that much thought into that. And I
Oh,
cannot knock someone for doing that because I feel, do you say that you have a passion for taking pictures, posting pictures of yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing. That is straight up confidence there. And do you ever have people ask you whether or not they think that's fake confidence, if you understand what I'm saying by that?
Yeah, like I guess like people could like I've never had someone say it to my face, but I guess people could definitely see like, oh, she posts a lot, she might just like want to like make an image of herself that she's just like better or like but she's like going through something, but like genuinely not I don't think that much into it. I just like taking pictures, buying clothes, repeat the cycle.
Mm-hmm. So you were very tall. For a lady, you say that yourself. And do you think that that gives you any benefits over maybe an average height for a female?
Benefits?
Yeah.
Definitely for like sports.
Okay.
I think sports benefits me like a lot being tall. Also just like I guess this is also kind of different. It gives me more confidence being tall. And like, I don't know, like I wear heels like today. Today I'm wearing heels. I'm probably like 6'1" right now, but that just gives me more confidence because I'm just like, I just feel powerful, if that makes any type of sense.
No, I get it. I had to raise my seat about 5 inches. So we were on the same level here, so you didn't tower over me. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I don't know if it's like attention seeking because like I don't just want to do that for like that, but like, I don't know, I just feel powerful, like, I'm just, like, really, like, drawn, like, the clothes I wear. People wouldn't wear that normally out in public, and I'm just, like, I don't really care, like, I just think it looks good, it makes me feel good.
That's important, too, because a lot of people attribute what they wear, what they do to other people's opinions of themselves, and it seems as if you do a very good job of not doing that.
Yeah, I don't really care what people, like, think of me, I guess. Like, I'll wear something and someone will literally tell me, like, why are you wearing that? Like, that's kind of, like, out there, don't you think? And I'm like, well, that's the point. Like, that's the whole point of it. Like, I don't know. I go shopping, I'll wear something really just obscure because no one there knows me. They don't really want to know me, but they just see me and they're like, I guess you could just make an opinion on that.
Do you have a want of a career in modeling?
I wouldn't really like, I would love to. That would be like such a dream. Just me taking Instagram pictures being my job. I would love that. But like, obviously like, not really too realistic to me at least. Like if it happens, it happens. Like that'd be amazing. But like, obviously I'm going to go to college, get a degree. Like I have other passions as well that I do like, so.
What are you going to college for?
I'm going to be a physics teacher, physics and secondary education.
What is secondary education?
That's just like high school. I could not deal with middle school or elementary. No, that's not for me. But like, I just think high schoolers are just, I don't know, more relatable. Like, I don't know. I want to be a volleyball coach as well. So I think like teaching people like in volleyball, because that's where I really fell in love with volleyball was in high school. Like I had like a drive for volleyball. So I was like, if I can help people with like school, obviously, and then like doing volleyball, and then since teachers have so much time, like I could do photography or like I could start a business, have like an Instagram thing. Like I just think that's just pretty ideal for me.
Do you want to start a clothing brand at some point in your life? Because I think that that would be a perfect thing for you because you're very out there with what you're saying with clothing. And I think that if you can put your own influence in it, I think that you could be very creative on ideas. Have you ever thought of that?
Oh, 100% all the time. I literally sew. That's another hobby of mine.
Really?
Very interesting. Not really a popular hobby, but no, I have created like some pieces that are like pretty cute to me. Like I'd love to do it, but like that's just like something I like to do. But like obviously if I could make my own clothes, oh my God, that'd be a dream. That'd literally be so fun.
How did you learn how to do that?
Sewing?
Yeah.
This is interesting. I do this a lot with hobbies. I think I saw like a TikTok or something probably of just like someone like sewing and they were like, oh, like I'm making this dress. And I was like, why wouldn't I want to do that? I love buying clothes. Like, why wouldn't I just make it save money? And I think it's cool. Like, I could just alter my clothes if they don't fit. Like, in my mind, I was just like, this is just ideal. I was like, why haven't I been doing this? So, I started like hand sewing. Didn't go well. That's hard. Very hard. Shout out to everyone that knows how to hand sew. I cannot do that. So then I was like, I need to get a sewing machine. Need to. I go thrifting. Find it at the first place I go to. And then it was $50. And I was like, I'm not paying $50 for this. I go to the lady. I'm like, I think there's some things missing. I might need to do some like repairs on it. I was like, do you think you could go like 35? And I didn't know what I was talking about. There was nothing wrong with this machine. There was nothing wrong. And she was like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just tell the lady up front. And I was like, okay, that's perfectly fine. And then sewing machines aren't that crazy hard to like master. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I just like downloaded the instruction manual. My mom printed it out. I just got the materials I needed. A couple of my mom's friends and like my friends' moms know how to sew, so I asked them for help. So I just go through hobbies pretty quickly. I
do too. I transfer from hobby to hobby to hobby. I got into fishing for a little bit, and then it was something that I did for about a month, and I was like, I don't think that this is for me. And then I got into collecting vinyls, and then I used those speakers on a computer, so now I don't use the vinyl speakers, and now I'm creating, I guess I would consider this a hobby of just, talking to people in general. So regarding high school students, you talked about that with what you want to teach physics-wise. Is there what is the certain thing about high school students that you find interesting? Obviously, middle school students and elementary students aren't on the same level of education maturity, but what do you find interesting about high school students that makes you want to pursue a career within high school, I guess?
Honestly, like for like my experience, I know in high school, that's where I found like all of my passions. Like in middle school, like I was like, oh, like dead set for like years. Elementary school through like probably like ninth grade I stopped, but like I was like thinking I wanted to be a vet. Like it wasn't even like, oh, like I want to be a vet. Like no, like through middle school, like I told my parents, like I did stuff, I volunteered, did all this for being a vet. Then in high school something changed. I was like, I don't want to be a vet.
Really?
Like I was like, this is not for me. Like I took animal science my whole like high school career. It was fun. I was like, not for me though. Like you learn more in high school about what you want to do and how you want to be in life. So I think that's very interesting. Like I think I could make the biggest impact on someone in high school.
You like giving influence, helping out other people. Is that one of the reasons why you want to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you consider yourself a selfless or selfish person?
I think I'm very selfless.
Okay.
I love to help people and I love to just like be there for people. Like, I would never even think about myself as like selfish because I'm just not really that kind of person to just put myself before others. That's just not who I am.
Are there certain situations that you believe being selfish are more important?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Do you have any examples?
Yes.
I want to hear them.
So if I'm helping someone, this has actually happened multiple times before. Well, not crazy amounts, but like it has, where like someone in my life is like, I'm helping them and they're happy, but just not me. Like, I'm just like, I love helping you, but just to myself, it's just not really good for me mentally. Like, I'll have to like take myself out of their life. And I know like I could just be like, oh, they don't care. Like, that's why they're doing this. But I know like I impacted them. So like, obviously they care and stuff, but like, it's just, I had to take myself out and I know it's going to impact their life because of everything I did if they didn't see it. But that's just like, I have to take care of myself before I like help like someone that doesn't even like realize or appreciate.
Do you mind giving me 1 second? I want to get rid of the buzzing in our ears. Sorry about that. We are back. What were we discussing?
Being selfless.
Yes. So I don't think that it's wrong for you to put yourself first, especially when it comes to friends, because there are situations where you might be friends with someone and you realize that they don't have anything really going for them, which I don't want to make an excuse for stop talking to that person, but I think that you should try and put them or turn them into the right track. And if they don't do that and they realize that you're trying to help them, but they just don't want to do it for themselves, I don't think it's a bad thing to just absolutely cut them off.
Yeah.
I still think it's important to be there for the person if they obviously have any questions, but just being smart about helping yourself rather than trying to appeal at all times to other people, I think that's an important thing to do, especially now, because they always make the jokes of when you go into high school and you're a freshman, you have a circle of 30 people. And then as the years go on, I mean, it's a joke, but honestly, it's true.
It's very true. You find out who your real friends are, especially now in COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you have no idea. When you don't see someone every single day that you thought you were good friends with, like, of course, like my school friends, like I was like, oh, I love them. And then not being in school for like over a year now, and they don't reach out, like you realize who's been there the whole time, like real friends.
Mm-hmm. And it's scary too, because I think people definitely only try to speak to you when you are up. And I saw something that is really interesting, speaking about like looking up. I saw something that I want to personally ask you. I don't know whether you know it or not, but a guy mentioned that girls only comment on other girls' posts if they don't see them as competition.
Oh.
Which is why they don't, yes.
I've never even thought about that. Ooh. I never even thought about this. No, I don't see anyone as competition to me. That's not me being cocky, but just I don't like to compare myself to other people because I know my worth and I know how I feel about myself. It's not just something I do, but I could see that. Like, I could definitely see that. Like, I'm perfectly guilty of this. Just being like, oh, so cute. Love it. Like, love your fit. Like, just stuff. You would never say that to someone's face. No, you'd never just be like, oh my God, I love you. Like, love your fit. No, I don't even know your middle name.
Why? So why do you guys do that then? I'm trying to ask the question that the guys guys are asking.
Got you. I personally, like, I won't comment on someone's Instagram if I don't like the picture. I won't even like it. Like, if I like the picture, I'll like it, and then, like, I'll comment it. Like, I comment on people's things, like, sometimes if I don't even know them, like, personally, but, like, my friends do. But, like, it's obviously just because I like the picture. Like, if my friend, like, or, like, I like to boost people's confidence. I get that a lot from my friends. Like, I am such, like, a boosting kind of, like, friend. Like, if my friend's like, oh, like, I don't know how I, like, feel about these pictures, I'll be like, post it. You look great. Like, you look hot. Post it. Mm-hmm. And then I'll comment that. I'll be like, you look hot. You do you. Like, go off.
That's funny.
I like to boost people's confidence because I know some people, like, they just aren't, like, there. Like, you know, like, when people don't post and then, like, they post after, like, what, like, a year, like, a girl, like, posts after a year, I'll be like, finally, we've been waiting. Like, you look so good. Like, I don't know. I just like to make people happy. And I know, like, when I get comments, it makes me happy. Like, I'm just like, oh, like, she likes my picture. Like, she thinks it's, like, good. Like, she thought the same thing. Like, I don't know. I just like to do it because I like to make people happy.
Okay. That's good to hear. I like that you are personally putting... It's not out of a malintent. It's of positive. And I know
girls that do that.
Exactly. And I don't know whether or not that's for everyone or just you, obviously. Yeah. But I want to have someone that's more evil on that could speak. But I do think that it's important for me to talk to someone that obviously has that confidence. Mm-hmm. So I want to ask you a question about Snapchat.
Okay.
I wouldn't say Snapchat in general, but mostly guys try to slide in people's DMs on Snapchat.
Yes.
So, which is why I'm mentioning that app. When a guy tries to get with you, do you know whether or not you want to get with them in the first snap, second snap?
Get with them as in just like hang out or like get to know.
I mean, you obviously know what their intent is when when they're snapping you.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to know whether or not you don't want to be with them or not?
Depends if they follow me on Instagram or not. I could stalk their Instagram.
Really?
Oh, yes. Uh-oh. Everyone's getting scared. No.
That's
yeah,
funny.
because usually like if they don't know a mutual friend of mine and can't get my Snapchat that way, they'll DM me.
Okay.
And then if we just start there, then it's like, this sounds so bad. Like, how many followers do you have? Like, that's not always like a big thing, but it's just like, are you following like 1,000 people and 20 people follow you? Like, that's kind of a red flag.
Okay.
But it's like, or like, how many posts do you have? Like, is it just like, if it's none, like that's not that big of a deal, but like, why? Like, do you do anything? Like, it's kind of just hard because I don't want to have someone on my Snapchat where I post myself, like I don't know, talk to people. You get to see my face every single day. Like, I don't want to have someone on there that I don't know, or at least know has like similar interests as me.
So you're sort of saying what I was saying earlier with you want to have someone snapping wise or just a friend wise that has something going for them.
Yeah, like in a way they have like goals and like they're more than just like, oh, hey, like send me something. Mm-hmm. Like, no.
So I understand. I get you. Okay.
I want someone with a personality, not really just for the raw intent, like of just, I don't know, whatever their interests are with me. Like, no, I'm good. You can stay on my Instagram.
You have a very hot take when it comes to the talking stage.
Yes, I do.
And I saw it on your Instagram story. You said when you're on a talking stage with a guy, you think that they should be competing for you rather than knowing for a fact that they are yours.
Yes, 100%. 110%, actually.
Explain your reasoning to me, please.
And it's not even just like, I think a guy should be competing for me. Like, obviously, I know I'm competing for them too, but it's like, you shouldn't be expecting anything from anyone. If that makes any sense. It's harsh truth. Harsh truth. You shouldn't be expecting anyone. You shouldn't be expecting me to only and solely be talking to you.
Especially if there's no label on it yet.
Of course, no. There's never a label in the talking stage.
Okay.
I've never been past that. That's how I am. No one's ever tried to put like a label on anything. So why would you put expectations on it if we don't have boundaries?
Okay.
And that's where it is. That's where the competition is. Because you want to be the best. You want me to pick you. You want to be like with me. So like, why wouldn't you try and make yourself the best? And make me see that like, obviously I would want to be with you.
I personally cannot argue with that. But my question to you is, why have you never been past the talking stage?
It's a great question. And I wish I knew the answer, because it's like kind of mutual, I guess, where it's, I wouldn't want to blame the guy, I guess, in this scenario, but sometimes people just lose interest because we have different like thoughts on things, I guess. Like they want, I don't know, they have different interests than me, and things happen and it just never works out, or sometimes I just don't like them anymore.
I get that. I mean, when it comes to the talking stage, for me, I definitely show way too much attention to the person before we put a label on it, to the point where I don't want to say I become clingy, but they probably see me as clingy because I don't have anything else to do rather than talking to them at that point. And if I'm interested in them, obviously I'm going to want to talk to them.
Yeah.
So the person, it comes off as clingy to them, but not necessarily clingy to me. It's just I have nothing else to do, and I like you, so I'm gonna spend that time talking to you.
Yeah.
So I actually agree with you. It is 100% a harsh truth that maybe I would say a lot of people probably do not want to hear, that during a talking stage the other person is talking to another person.
Yeah.
But that you mentioned that, I can't refute that, because I enjoy a little bit of competition, unless there's a label on it. Because
that's completely different.
That's a completely different thing. But if there's no label on it and I'm fighting for you, like it's like a Scott Pilgrim versus the world type thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm trying to fight for your love. I'm trying to fight all the 10 ex-boyfriends to get you. And I think now that you mentioned that, I'm definitely agreeing with you on that one.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's just, why would you expect something if you didn't put boundaries? If you didn't clearly tell me we're exclusive, or you just want me, and we didn't talk about it, why would you set those expectations? That's just how I like to think about it. And it's like a double standard. I don't expect you to just be talking to me, because I'm not just talking to you.
It's such a harsh truth. I love it.
It's such a harsh truth, but it's true. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You can't, unless, I don't even know. If you're only talking to one person and one person only with no labels, kind of just dumb.
I agree. I think that in a sense you're setting yourself up for failure, especially if you're not telling them your intentions, and especially if you haven't put a label. And that's why communication, we're just talking about the talking stage, but regarding relationships, which you haven't been in one.
No,
but
I've
I
not.
think that communicating literally everything is the top one thing in a relationship.
Yeah.
For that sole reason that no mistakes are made.
Yeah. Communication is very important. And I'm not going to say I say everything that's on my mind. Like, no,
course,
obviously.
no,
like, I'm not going to tell you everything. Like, sometimes I don't clearly speak, but I usually do. If I like you, I will. Like, I'll literally just tell you straight up, these are my intentions. If you aren't interested, leave.
I love that.
Like, I'll be like, I like you. Do you want to hang out? If you don't like me, tell me you don't want to hang out, and we can go our separate ways. Why would you want to get me, like, excited for plans you cancel? That's mean. Like, just tell me you don't like me. Bye. Like, I like people to just tell me straight up what's on their mind, because I appreciate it in the long run. It hurts now, but it's like closure.
Okay.
In some kind of way. Telling me harshly that, like, I don't like you, we're not, like, compatible. I'm just like, okay, thank you for being honest. Like, honestly, like, thank you. And then it's closure. I'm like, done.
I need that when it comes to some people. I would 10 times, and there's certain people in my life that are not giving me closure. And it's just so annoying, because it's like literally just straight up tell me that you don't want me, that you have no interest. I would 100% rather hear that than the excuse, because the excuse keeps you questioning, keeps you like.
I've been there multiple times, but then I eventually get the closure. Yeah, someone recently that I've talked to, but it's been like a long time. It just games. Yeah. And then one day I was like, I'm done. Tell me you don't like me. Tell me you don't want, like, you don't want me around. And he did. And I said, thank you, but you're missing out. I said, you're missing out, but thank you for the honesty, and we'll go our separate ways.
Of course.
Easy as that.
Damn right.
Could have told me earlier, but.
Do you personally, ever go after people, or do you just let them come to you?
Ooh, I do. Sometimes I do like the chase. I will admit it. No, it's very interesting because people like try and like talk to me, and of course like I talk to them like I'm not rude, but
Okay.
like then I'll just be like, like I know a lot of girls are like this, so it's not just me. But like when guys like talk to me, and then it's just like, oh, like they're just like, oh, you look amazing today. How was your day? Like just overly just too much, and I'm just like, you don't know me. Like, and then the guy's just like, another guy will just won't even like, he'll be like, oh, you had volleyball? That's cool. And I'll just be like, why don't you care? Like, and then it's just like the contrast.
So what do you enjoy personally more? Do you like when a guy, so you like when a guy is overly dramatic about it, or do you enjoy when a dude seems as if they're complimenting you, but they don't care about it in a sense? You like that.
It's so bad.
That's not bad. I actually see a trend with, I want to say most people enjoy the chase, or when people don't look like they care about you.
I wouldn't say like that, just because that just makes me sad. Like I'm just like, oh, they actually don't care. But it's like when like they're just like not overly about it, like they're trying to get to know me. Okay. I appreciate that. Someone trying to get to know me like personally, like asking about like my interests, or like what I like to do, or like asking me to hang out and like not at your house. Like, oh, like I've like done things where it's like, oh, like let's go like on a walk, and I'm like, that's great, like I'd love to just talk and get to know you. It's like different, because like the people that are overzealous, it's just like, oh my god, like you're so perfect, or like the pick me boys. Have you seen that on TikTok?
I've seen pick me, but I don't necessarily know what it means. Can you explain that for me?
Oh yeah, I see this, like it's on TikTok, or like guys will snap me acting like this, and that's a red flag. What we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
That's a big red flag, when, because it's like a pick me guy is like not confident, and that's, you know me.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not something I find attractive.
What do you notice? How do you know whether or not a guy's confident though?
Just how he carries himself. Like if he's like passionate about like certain things, like either if it's like sports or like academics, or maybe it's just like a hobby that he does and he's like super like into it, and then he's just like, he doesn't care what other people think. And I'm just like, that's really like, that's like attractive, and it's just like, you know, like your worth. You don't need someone else to validate you, because you know that it's like who you are.
I do this a lot, and I'm not taking away from you, but you say the word like a lot. I've realized that.
I do. Or literally. I haven't said that today,
You haven't.
but I do say that a lot.
That's okay. I do the exact same thing. It's fine. I just wanted to make sure that you realized that you were doing it.
Because some people don't do that.
You're fine.
I didn't even realize it. I'm being
It's okay.
super honest.
No, it's completely fine. I just think it's important. I would want to know whether or not someone did or I did something that someone found, I don't want to say annoying, but repetitive. I wanted to make sure that you knew that.
I'm just going to be thinking about that the whole time.
That's okay. I'm sorry for that.
No, I'd rather know.
Would you really?
Yeah, I'd rewatch this and be like, make another video, just be like, how many times did she say like?
That's fine. The reason why I noticed it was actually because I do it myself, and I've been trying to limit myself. So I thought it would be important for me to tell you, because I would really appreciate it if someone had told it to me when I was doing it.
For sure. It's not even like you being like, stop. I said it again.
You did.
You saying that I say like a lot, and it's just like annoying. It's like,
You're fine.
here we
You're
go
allowed
again.
to speak.
It's
good.
just like, I said it again, but it's okay.
You're good.
When like, I wouldn't say like correction, but like, oh my God.
It's fine.
It's all I'm going to think about now.
It's fine.
But when, I don't know the word for it, but it's just when someone like helps you correct yourself, and it's just like,
Constructive criticism.
that's what it is. That's what I was looking for. Yes, constructive criticism. It's not like someone trying to belittle you, but they're just trying to make you better.
Yeah, and I had a conversation with my mother about this. It was, I'm trying to speak more carefully without those filler words because I believe that if you use those, I don't want to say it makes you less intelligent, but it seems as if you're using filler words because you don't know exactly what you're trying to say. But it's important to take those breaks within what you're saying, because if you provide more emphasis on those words that you truly mean, it creates a sense of what you are talking about.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah. And I also notice, especially on TikTok, Twitter, a lot of people try to use articulate words, if I said that correctly. I mean, that was a big word itself. Trying to use big words to make them seem as if they are smarter. And I don't really think that that makes you smarter, because it just seems like you're trying too hard to put your point out there.
Yeah.
And you can easily do that just using regular words.
Yeah. Obviously, like if you're like passionate about something that you're talking about, you're not going to need all these like little words. Like I'm saying like a lot, but this is new to me. Very new experience.
You're fine.
It's just how I talk, I guess, a lot.
No, I've realized that, and I obviously don't have a problem. I just wanted to make sure that you know. So, another question that I have for you, it's regarding the Snapchat. So, you have a very high Snapchat score.
You've noticed.
I have.
You have.
I tried to do my research a little bit on the people that I have beforehand, and you have like a 1.4 million Snap score.
It's 1.6.
1.6.
You're off by 200,000.
200,000. That's nothing.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's a month.
It's a month.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So there's such, a lot of people come at people for having a high Snap score, especially a girl. Have you had people attack you for that?
Yeah.
Really?
I've had people, like, when they add me on Snapchat, that's the first thing they'll say to me. They're like, your Snap score is really high. And I'll be like, and yours is really low. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I've had Snapchat not for, like, that long. I've had it in 7th grade and then didn't really use it. I didn't really use social media. But then throughout high school, I've just met so many people. Like, a lot of my friends live, like, down south, like, at the beach. Like, they go to Cape. And, like, a lot of my friends go there. Like, I talk to a lot of people there and, like, just other schools as well. So it's just meeting a lot of people and, like, going to a lot of places that's gotten me more people to talk to on Snapchat to make my Snap score go high. And I do use it more than I should. But yeah, I don't really text. So Snapchat's kind of like my most like communication. That's where you can reach me better is on Snapchat, better than text. And that says something.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
A little bit.
I don't want you to think that I was trying to come at you with that.
Oh, no. I get this question a lot. It's okay.
Of course. And I want to obviously ask the questions that I don't want to say people are afraid to ask, but just ask what's up. So, regarding talents, because you said that you have fun with sewing and whatnot, do you have, is there a certain thing that you do whenever you are bored in order to pass time?
Oh, this is a great question because it's not even just one thing. I've tried it all across the board.
Really?
I was in quarantine, actually. I had corona. Sad. I didn't have any symptoms, but I was quarantined for like 2 weeks. And I got bored. I'm not going to lie. Did get bored at my house by myself, but I did try like a lot of things just because I don't have a job.
Okay.
And then I have travel 2 times a week and tournaments like once a month.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't do too much. And then like, of course I hang out with my friends, but it's like not every single day.
Of course.
So I did sewing. I do like to sing, not really like go anywhere and do anything, but I like at my house, like I'll do karaoke, blast some music, have a good time. I love to play the Wii. Oh my God. A lot of my friends know that. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
I play all the time. I got a TV in my room. Just play like Super Mario Brothers. I have all 8 worlds. I'm on the last thing in the 8th world right now.
Can you not beat it?
No. And it's driving me insane. That's the only thing about my hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Once I like become really good at it, just kind of
push it to the side.
Exactly. But it's like, still doing that. Still doing that. Don't worry. I will complete the game.
How long have you been going strong with Wii for?
Oh, okay. So I've had the Wii for like what? Since it came out in like 2007, 2009.
Like 14 years ago. 13, yeah.
That's so crazy.
That is weird to think about that.
It was I've probably been like playing it for like 2 months now.
Okay.
Consecutively. That's a pretty good like number for me. 2 months with a hobby?
How long do your hobbies usually take you to go through?
2 weeks.
Seriously?
2 weeks. Sewing, I did that because it's like I don't stop completely. Like I'll like sew. Like I did a shirt like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Just because like I was like, bored and I was like, oh, like this is fun. But it's when like I'll like do it every day for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like just hours, just trying to like craft it together, make it good.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, I'm good at it. Put it away.
That's cool. I enjoy hearing that. Mm-hmm. I told you I'd do it.
I'm rubbing off on you.
No, you're fine. It's rubbing off on me. No, I like when I get to do something, but I don't think that I allow myself to master what I'm doing. When I started fishing, I was so awful at it. And it was one of those things that I believed that this isn't for me. I'm just going to put it to the side. I'm going to find something else that I'm good at.
I don't get how people do it. I feel like it's just luck. Like
I feel that it's both because I have used the exact same fishing rod, the exact same everything that one of my good friends Blaze that I had on, and every single time that he fishes, he catches 8. I use the exact same rod stuff as him. I can't catch a single fish.
Yeah, I'll just get frustrated and I'll stop. And I have fished. I live on a lake, so
you live on a lake.
So I do fish sometimes, but literally the other day I caught a turtle and it was very sad. And then I quit immediately. Literally cast my line, turtle. I was like, done. Snip. Got the turtle out. Was not nice. Was not a nice turtle. I said, okay. Snip my line. Tied a new lure. Put up my rod. Not touching this for a little bit.
You put the shoes up?
Yeah, put them up.
That's hilarious. I think that no matter what you do, if you continue to do it, you definitely get better at it. Mm-hmm. Have you gotten better at playing certain games on the Wii?
Oh, for sure. Oh my God. Just Dance. Mm-hmm. Know that one? I'm a god at Just Dance. Like, I don't even know. It's just when people are like, oh, like I play video games, I'm like, oh, I played the Wii and I'm a god at it. Like I can confidently say, you challenge me in any game on Just Dance, any song, you're
going to kill
me. I will beat them. High score, put me on the plaque, like get medals, everything. Every time I play, I get a new high score. Okay. It's like I'm like building my confidence.
I'm loving this confidence that is coming from you, and it's just coming from normal Just Dance talk. This is hilarious.
It's so, I don't even know. I'll do it by myself. Like I play by myself, and then it's like I'll do Toxic by Britney Spears. Pretty sure that's on Just Dance 2.
Okay.
Just Dance 2 is the best version, if I'm correct. I think I am about that. That's how into it I am.
We'll have someone in the back look it up for us that is not here yet, but they will be at some point.
Yeah, Just Dance number 2, Toxic by Britney Spears. Know that whole dance by heart. I can get the high score on it. I've actually gotten like 12K. It only goes up to 10, and I got 12. I got gold medal on that. I think Rasputin's on that one too. Rasputin's been on TikTok.
I have not seen that.
Rasputin?
I know who that is, but I don't know the actual dance itself.
I know the whole thing by heart.
Do you actually?
Yes.
That's funny.
Like, I think I was with my friends, so one of them challenged me. Dumb move.
Okay.
Dumb move. We were at my friend Aaron's house, and it was Jake. He was just like, oh, like, let's play Just Dance. I was like, wrong. I was like, you want to get, like, killed. He was like, okay. And he was like, Geena, you can pick the song.
Okay.
And I was like, wrong move again. I picked Just Dance 2. I said, okay, put on Rasputin. Now, he tried to, like, cover my eyes, like, while I was, like, playing. No, I knew it. I knew the dance.
I really like your nails.
I did them myself.
Did you really?
Yeah, I have a gel thing at my house.
That's
New
dope.
hobby.
New hobby, another one?
Another hobby. I do people's nails.
Do you just spend money on random stuff?
I wouldn't say like random stuff. I don't just go on Amazon and then buy like something just random.
Okay.
But the things I spend my money on are food, clothes, and then if I see something really expensive that like I do want, like I'll ask my parents, I'll just be like, I really want this. And then they'll like give me the money to an extent. Like I'll like just work and do stuff for them and then I'll like pay like 50-50. But like it's because I'm doing work for them. It's not like them just giving me money for free, which would be nice, but
of course.
Nope.
But the thing is that you work, you everything that you buy, you have a reasoning behind it, and it's not one of those BS reasons.
Yeah, no, I don't really spend money like just on dumb things. And if I do, I don't even know. I don't think I've done that in a while because if I get money, you best bet I'm just going to go spend it on clothes.
Really?
That's all I do. It's kind of bad. I go shopping like 2 times a week.
How big is your closet?
Not big enough because I've had to get clothing racks and my sister's in college, so I had to move some of my clothes into her closet as well. But my closet is pretty big.
Interesting.
It's like pretty big. Like it's like 2 door panel things and like some things on the middle, like or the outsides of it. So it's really long and not long enough. And I have a shelf on top for like all like my jeans and my pants, and it's like really tall. But
do you have a person that you look up to that you want to dress like, or is it just you kind of decide it for yourself?
Obviously I have influences like in my life with people like on Instagram or something, or like I'll have like new things with style will come out.
Okay.
And I'll see them and I'll be like, oh, that looks really cool. But it's not just like one specific person. Like there's a couple like on TikTok, like I'm on fashion TikTok sometimes.
Of course.
And like it'll be people on there that are shooting like and they're doing like outfits, and I won't like copy them, but I'll be like, oh, those are pieces that I want, and I know with my style and my clothes like I could make them look like more like myself and like more cool. So
you try to put a little bit of your influence, a little bit of your style in everything that you do.
Yeah, for sure.
So one of my biggest problems, at least I think this is one of the biggest things that we have to deal with as high schoolers, is we're not really taught to teach things or do things for ourselves as we're growing up, like freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. We kind of have someone create a layout for the things that we do. Work, essay. I mean, I understand that this doesn't have anything to do with clothes, but it's creating a basis on, we kind of just only use styles from other people in order to create and do the things that we do. And I like hearing the things, I like hearing that people do things for themselves and have their input, but it's hard, especially now in my opinion, for people to put their own style, put their own like thing.
Yeah, flair.
Yes, flair. I couldn't think of the word. There you go. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you were going to college for volleyball.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Rowan University in Glassboro, New Jersey.
New Jersey? That's not that, that's like a couple hours, right?
Less than that. It's like an hour 30. It's like 30 minutes from UD, which is good because I know a lot of people are going there. I could visit.
Yeah, of course. How did you how does the whole scholarship thing work? Did you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Division 3, that's where I'm going. They're a Division 3 school. They don't give athletic scholarships, only like academics. And I'm actually going there for like a good deal. Like my dad, he's in the military and they have a military appreciation scholarship to get in-state tuition.
Okay.
So we have like that. And then it's like other scholarships I apply for, like local ones. Like that's going to help a lot. And then obviously I got a good academic scholarship. Like my grades in school are good. Props to me.
Proud of you.
But yeah, it's like all that stuff. Like I wouldn't really need like like it would help obviously, but with all the other stuff that they give you, like you don't really like. They make up for it if that like that's what I'm trying to say.
I got you. So how old were you when you got into volleyball?
I guess 7th grade is when I joined the Pfeiffer Middle School volleyball team. But before that, it was not really. I did not like volleyball. My dad was into volleyball. He always tried to get me play, and I was like, no. I was into soccer.
Really?
Yeah, I played soccer my whole life.
Do you still play soccer?
No, I don't. Actually, I
Really?
could have played my senior year, and I decided not to because I'm already committed to Rowan, and God forbid anything would happen to me. There goes my whole plan for college. So I was like, I'm not going to risk it. Plus, I just want to like keep doing my own thing at home.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Was volleyball one of those things that when you first started, it was just a little hobby and then you actually got into it?
It was because before in 7th grade is when they started the volleyball program at Pfeiffer. So I was like, I'll try it out. Like, it'll be fun. My dad was like, it'll be good. Just try it. I sucked. Terrible. I made JV. Didn't even play on JV. And it's like it's like the hobbies. When I'm not good at it, I just keep doing it until I get good. Mm-hmm. So sports is like that for me. Like I don't really give up because I'll never be the best. Like there's always things I can improve on. Even now, like I think I'm a good player and then there's someone always better. It just gives me more motivation to just keep going and keep growing. And other people tell me, they're like, you have so much potential. Like you're doing so good. And I'm just like, I know I'm going to get better. It's just going to keep going. But in middle school, absolutely terrible. Even in 8th grade. 8th grade, I made varsity because you had to. Mm-hmm. Didn't play. Did not play. Ever. Even in a freshman year too.
Really?
JV. My coach told me that I barely made the team. Like she told me that to my face.
Straight up told you that.
Yes.
Do you enjoy hearing people be more harsh on you, or do you like someone going off easy on you?
No, I like when they're like harsh, especially coaches. I like when they're telling me they're like, we know you could do better. Like you need to fix it up or something. But I just appreciate I just appreciate the honesty.
Okay.
With it. Because then it just pushes me because I'm like, they believe in me and they know I can do better. So it just pushes me to go harder.
Of course. I appreciate that, Geena. I really thought that this was an interesting conversation. I always find it interesting learning more about our peoples. Is there anything else that you would like to say?
Not really, but I had so much fun.
Did you actually?
Yes, this was so much fun. I love this.
I'm glad to hear that. What is your Instagram?
It is geena.ee. That's it, geena.ee.
If y'all want to go follow Geena on Instagram, it is right there. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. This is episode 3. Yes. Have a wonderful day, everybody.